That just about wraps it up for the evening. I'll just make a final check.
Okay, but hurry up. I don't think this rain is gonna hold off much longer.
I don't believe it.
What's that?
The computer's showing a massive power surge coming from the tower.
That's impossible. There's no one up there.
Take a look for yourself.
If that power drain increases any more, we lose lighting, communications, everything.
I will get up to the tower. You contact main base.
I can barely hear you. Repeat your last instructions.
How is he?
Not much better, I'm afraid.
He just collapsed.
I think he's just exhausted.
But Ian, he's unconscious. It's almost like he's in a coma.
We can do nothing for him at the moment. All we can do is wait and see where the TARDIS takes us next. Radiation normal. Air breathable.
Doctor?
Now that's very odd. There's been a massive, sudden dose of power.
How come there's still some lights?
That's the emergency lighting. Runs off a different power source.
Can you repair it?
But it's obvious. Obvious! We must find out what external force is draining power from the ship. What's it like out there? The men are getting restless. These frequent power losses are stopping them from carrying out their work. Some are refusing to go on. And the death of the two operators? I've not heard anyone say anything about it. Well, that's one good thing. The news of two dead employees would bring this operation to a standstill. What have you done with them? I've hidden them in the old control room. No one goes there anymore. Should be safe.
You better come quick. There's been another power drop.
It's incredible. The power's being drained away like water through a sieve.
Try reversing the polarity.
What for?
It will stop any further power from getting through.
Leaving us with virtually no power at all.
We have to take that chance. Now do it.
What's going on?
There's been a massive power drain, but at least they can't take any more power for the moment.
How much power do we have left?
Only 12%. I doubt if we'll have enough power to run any of the equipment.
We must find out where this power drain is coming from.
That'll take time, but you have to understand with this low level of power it's not going to be easy.
Do your best. I must go and see to the men. Now then, I suggest we start looking down here.
Watch yourself, Doctor. The ground is very slippery.
You know, if only I still had my cane.
The strong man ripped it apart like a piece of paper.
Circuses.
Hey, Doctor. Look, there's a small building up ahead.
And this cable runs along the ground, leads straight into it.
Doesn't seem to be any light on in there.
So they may be suffering with the same sort of power loss as we are.
Right. Let's get down there before anyone sees us.
Speak.
We have stopped receiving power from the planet.
Explain.
The inhabitants of the planet must have discovered a way to stop the power coming through.
The humans hold very little power. Not enough for our purposes.
What can we do?
We have been taking power from a secondary source.
A secondary source? How is that possible? All power is controlled from that part of the planet.
There is a stranger newly arrived on the planet, and his ship contained much power.
What are your orders?
None for the moment. With the power from this new source, we shall simply wait until our weapon is at full power, and then we will attack.
No, this is no good. This control room hasn't been used for months.
We might as well have a look around. Some of these documents might tell us something.
You're wasting our time. The answers we need will be in the same places where the energy drain is coming from.
Doctor.
What is it now?
There's a leg sticking out of that tarpaulin.
They're both dead.
How can you tell without examining them?
The smell of death.
unmistakable.
What's being done about these blasted power drains? How am I expected to supply power to the people if there's no sudden power to give?
I can assure you these power losses are being investigated. But in the meantime, we are negotiating with other planets to reach a deal in which we could borrow some power from them.
That doesn't help us right now, though, does it? I've had thousands of complaints. I've had people swearing at me and screaming abuse.
Don't worry. We'll get the power back as soon as we know where it's being taken to.
That's no good. We need action, and we need action now.
The only thing we can do now is wait to hear from the other planets.
Christ, we'll all be fucking dead waiting for them to help us out. Remember last year when we had that earthquake in Q-Zone? Didn't lift a finger to help us.
You must be patient. This matter will be over soon.
How can you be so blasted calm about it?
I refuse to get worked up about it. The facts are that we can't do anything until we find the source of the power loss or receive help from the other worlds.
The power's still holding at 12%.
Do you know what worries me? What they could possibly be using this enormous source of power for.
Try not to worry. We have to find a way to get it back.
I couldn't agree more. We must reverse this energy drain at once.
Who the hell are you?
Reverse the energy drain? How?
How much power have you got left?
Just 12%.
No good, no good. We need more.
What a great deduction.
If we can find enough power, we can send it up to where the drain is coming from and overload the whole system.
Well, there's the power from this control room. It works off a different system entirely. Enough for what you need.
Right, you young man. Go and fetch the lead from the control room's power source.
Can I do anything?
Yes, you can start unscrewing that panel down there.
You know, I think our friends up there are in for rather a surprise.
The weapon is almost at full charge. We will soon begin the attack.
Will we be safe at this distance?
This weapon will crack the planet open like an egg. When the build-up is complete, this ship must be moved, and then we will commence firing.
So you understand, when I pull this lever, all the power from that cylinder will be thrown down the cable and beamed to the source of the power loss.
But how does that help us, Doctor?
Well, don't you see? Once the system overloads, the power will rebound and solve all our problems.
You mean all the power will come flooding back?
Precisely. The weapon has exploded. How has this happened?
There was a massive build-up of power which overloaded the system.
You have failed us.
How could I have prevented this? It must have been the stranger. He helped them.
We must move fast. I will send 2 warriors down to the planet to deal with the humans.
And the stranger?
He too must be destroyed.
It's incredible. The power's back up to maximum.
Well, now that little problem is fixed, I think we'll be heading off.
Doctor, you must stay. The foreman will want to thank you.
No, my friend. I must be getting back to...
Move away from the controls.
Do as I say.
You have destroyed our disintegrator guns.
So that was what all the power was for.